Hey, it's Voss, and you're listening to the worst of Bill Burr. Billy Burr. Bill, what do you think he likes, Billy or Bill? In L.A., he's probably Bill. In New York, he's Billy, I think. You know what I mean? Or maybe he's Bill in L.A., Bill in New York, and Billy when a man is walking into his... That's just... God, do I suck. I got up for this. I'm the fucking worst. I came into New York for this. You could have got anybody to do this. Hey, this is Rich Voss. You're listening to Bill Burr on the Opie and Anthony show. Why do they say on the... Why do stations and everybody... Hey, you're watching... I'm not that fucking dumb. I know who I'm listening to. I don't get it.
I am convinced Bill Burr was the white guy that laughed a little too hard at the Dave Chappelle bit. Patrice and I discussed that as I was driving back from Philly, and Patrice has got the angle on it. The guy's nuts.
Dude,
the guy is nuts.
My sister has the same look in her eye, and Dave needs help.
So, you think so? I haven't heard the clip or anything.
But do you think you can't hear a clip? You have to.
No, you got to watch him.
Billy, do you think it was the white guy you said that was laughing at the clip? I'm gonna guess Neil Brennan.
Well, if you look at the Time magazine, this shit's all documented, yo. If you look at the Time magazine thing, Neil's quote is that basically they were corroborating each other. So Neil's quote in that Time magazine, the one with that had Bill Gates, promoting Xbox 360 in it.
Yeah.
And Neil goes, and I'm paraphrasing. He's like, Dave said people are laughing at me, which he was talking about on Oprah. And Neil says, how can we laugh at you? How can we make you look like a fool? You run the show. And
Neil was his head writer and all that, and really good friend, by the way.
No one can make you look like a fool.
And Neil, according to Chappelle, Neil never called Dave after he went AWOL.
How can you not call? Listen, if I'm on your coattails for my entire life, and fuck friendship, maybe we're friends, but on a business level, $50 million flew across the continent. Right. I'm going to fucking try to find my $500,000 or whatever the fuck I'm entitled to.
Well, Chappelle was on Oprah, and he was doing a skit. It was obviously, a hardcore black skit or whatever, and some white guy was laughing a little too hard, and Dave was like, oh, now they're laughing at me instead of with me. And I turned to Lindsay and went, Bill Burr. Oh. Bill Burr wrecked the whole thing. Bill Burr wrecked the whole thing.
Jesus. Fucking Bill Burr is Mrs. Neary's cow.
Because basically you were the only... it was you and what's-his-name were the only white guys that were in skits. And I'm like, he had to be on set. I bet you Bill was laughing too hard. Dave said that. Motherfucking honky. And Bill, you blew up everyone's spot.
Gets it. I destroyed the Chappelle show.
This is Neary.
I destroyed the Chappelle show.
I want to...
This is Neary. And I didn't knock out Man Cow.
I want to see if this is the clip really fast. We got some
O'Leary.
Yeah, we got some Oprah clips.
Funny.
Chappelle on Oprah. Listen to this. I think this is the clip where Dave explains why he walked away.
Everybody wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
Well, I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstances that were coming with the newfound plateau.
Yeah.
It takes a while when you punch through to adjust to the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay. When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, they're trying to kill me.
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens
Dave didn't
around
take the money and came off as being crazy.
Seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
He never answered anything. He was just...
And Oprah goes, and?
Right.
Yeah.
She was getting frustrated.
I understand his point, but he's talking about people that kind of broke through to that next plateau, and as they were riding it out, caught a lot of shit, made a lot of money, but then they're in the tabloids and they get ripped apart.
Was it racial, though? Because he pointed out two black people. He pointed out Mariah and Martin Lawrence. Was he saying that something about when blacks get to a certain level, or was he just talking about celebrity in general?
I think celebrity in general. I don't know.
But Mariah Carey is an awful example because she was already a multimillionaire before she signed that $100 million
it seems
deal.
like, all right, Dave, you made the plateau, but you were up on the plateau for like 5 minutes and decided that it was, a little too much to deal with. And then he did everything he thought was going to get him not to be the person that broke through, and they ripped apart and labeled as crazy. And they labeled him as twice as crazy.
But if Chappelle's a guy, he is in charge. If he's doing like a bit where he's like, I feel like I'm being a Sambo or whatever he felt like, just don't do that bit. I mean, you are the boss. You could definitely fucking veto anything you want to veto.
He could do 80 Sambo bits where he shuffles and tap dances, and it wouldn't cancel out the comedy that he put on that show that was fantastic and cutting edge and what I think would be empowering to black people. It was amazing shit. I just saw an episode that I hadn't seen because Comedy Central is still cha-chinging away at that fucking show.
Empowering to black people. That sounded great.
It absolutely wasn't. I never talk like that.
I know. That's why I was laughing.
But, he got away with a lot of stuff that a lot of people wouldn't have gotten away with, and it was funny shit. That fucking, when they went back in time and looked at themselves as slaves, that is some of the funniest fucking shit ever. And he walked away from it. Wait.
Well, he talks in this next clip about social irresponsibility.
And hey, Opie, you gotta understand that listening to clips is doing this thing an injustice of really understanding.
No, Patrice, I'm so with you. I went home after we talked on the phone. I had it on DVR. I watched the entire thing. There is something in that guy's eyes that is just not right.
It's not. These clips are
because he's still a funny guy, no matter what.
Very funny.
He's a genius. He is a genius. But man, that dude. And if you watch the fucking show, man, Oprah's heart starts to go out to the dude, man.
Yeah.
She starts to realize what's going on, and she stops trying to really interview him.
Well, this is the best. This is the best clip from the whole thing. It's where he talks about social irresponsibility with the bits he was coming up with, and he also mentions Bill Burr laughing too much and blowing up everyone's spot. It's you, Bill, isn't it? It was you, Bill.
And I called in, man, and I cursed, and he dumped out.
Yeah, now I'm going to call Oprah, and me and Dave are going to argue over the phone.
Wasn't it, Bill? Wasn't it?
It was in your tone, Dave.
It's Bill Burr that he talks about here. I'm convinced of it. Listen to this clip.
Like, there's this one sketch we did that was about this pixie that would appear whenever racist things happen. Whenever someone make you feel like they calling you that N-word, but don't say it. And it was funny. And the premise of the sketch was that every race had this like pixie, this like racial complex. And but the pixie was in blackface. Now, blackface is a very difficult image. But the reason I had chosen blackface at the time was because this was going to be the visual personification of the N-word. It was a good spirit or intention behind it. But what I didn't consider is how many people watch a show and how the way people use television is subjective. So then when I'm on the set and we're finally taping the sketch, somebody on the set that was white laughed in such a way. I know the difference of people laughing with me and people laughing at me. And it was the first time I'd ever gotten a laugh that I was uncomfortable with. Not just uncomfortable, but like, should I fire this person?
Bill, comment?
What about that? I mean, I don't know. I thought that was fucking interesting.
Bill, comment? I am convinced it's Bill Burr blew up this whole fucking Chappelle thing.
Look,
We got him on the phone. Were you on set? Hold on, Bill. Were you on set for that bit?
If you look at my reel from the Chappelle show, I had nothing to do with that sketch.
Were you on set for that
I
bit?
either refer them to my lawyer. I'm not answering any of them.
Not only were you on set, but while he was doing that, you were laughing and stomping and pointing and yelling, 3/5 of a vote, 3/5 of a vote.
Oh, Bill, we've spent a lot of time with you on this radio show. All I want to know, were you on set?
Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Call Oprah. It was Bill Burr.
None of the shit I've done on your show is admissible as evidence. You can't bring up other crimes that I've done to convict me of that crime. I do know that shit.
I was watching that going, holy shit, Bill Burr blew up everyone's spot.
Bill is one of the least racist people I've ever seen.
That isn't true. You're just a fucking white guy with an arsenal. You set the bar so fucking high.
Maybe that's it. I'm just looking at, like, I could look at Klan members and go, he's a reasonable man.
Yeah. Well, Bill's a good guy. He didn't laugh at Mississippi burning. And you know what? Chappelle is a little nuts because one guy over laughing during one sketch, the whole key is like the whole time Dave goes, well, I did this and I did that. All right, man, so it was a misfire. Redo the bit or talk to the guy and ask him what the problem is.
But see, Naughty, that's why you, like analyzing this thing, like, on like a certain level is not the right place to go because you can rationalize out of each of those things. It's like if Opie goes, hey, man, this motherfucker was laughing at me. Well, you know what? How about this? Get the fuck out the studio, boss. That's the boss talking.
Right.
Get out of my face. Stop laughing. You know what? You're distracting me with your at-me laughs. Now get out of here, fuckface. That's what. It's so easy to just say that. That's what I'm saying. Each thing, like, and Oprah wouldn't go there because at some point she knew what was going on, man. At some point she knew what was going on.
Either he's crazy or has just the greatest ethics that I've ever seen because. If I was being offered $50 million, I would stand up on this console naked and have people laugh at my penis and wouldn't care. I wouldn't fucking care.
Well, now he's saying he would come back, but that $50 million he wants to give to causes.
I always honestly felt that Dave likes to be on the outside looking in, and he got sucked into the whole, you can't go anywhere kind of famous. You know what I mean? They were doing this little sketch show on Comedy Central. I mean, I guess South Park kind of blew up, but I mean, for it to take off the way the fucking thing did, I don't think, and then he's going out doing his shows and everybody's yelling out shit. I mean, I always looked at it like, until you're in that guy's position with all that kind of pressure on him, I mean, I can't really sit there and be, you know what I would have done if I would have done it this way. I would have done it that way. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he thought the bits were social irresponsibility on his part.
Which is such a pain that black people have to go through that you motherfuckers don't. Is that y'all can do any goofy shit you want and not think about how it makes the white people look.
Don't fucking
the black people shouldn't think of that. He shouldn't think of that.
Holy shit, that was genius stuff. It was hysterically funny.
It was great shit. But and some of those, to be as funny as you want to be, you got to be uninhibited. And sometimes you're going to have people go, oh, that was, I didn't like that whole thing when he put on the black face and tapped,
Was that happening? A lot of black guys probably coming up to him and going, hey, Dave, I like your
Someone
show.
got to him.
But, what the fuck, man? You're making us look like Sambos.
We gotta represent other black people. That's a pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking pressure.
See, no, you guys got to get past the fucking representing for each other and just do what's.
Look, I agree with you, man. I
Jesus.
fucking absolutely agree with you because, I only agree with you because I'm absolving black people. I'm saying get over it because white people can do it. White people can just run around and do anything they want. Jim Carrey can dress as a green hunk of shit. He can dress as a fuck. He can play a pixie. Whatever he wants to do. No white people sit around and go, "Oh, Jim Carrey's making us look like buffoons."
Right. Well, Chappelle brought up a great point on Oprah, saying, "What's going on with the black man when he gets any kind of success? Hollywood wants to throw the black man in a dress." And then he has an example. He's on a set. He's doing a movie, and it wasn't even a scene that was written. And all of a sudden, there's a dress in his trailer, and the director or somebody comes in and goes, yeah, you're going to break out of prison with, I think it was Martin Lawrence, and you're going to break out of prison as a prostitute, a black prostitute.
Isn't that's Chapter 8 of the Racist Handbook?
Yeah, and Dave Chappelle's like, I ain't fucking wearing the dress, don't feel comfortable. And they were so bummed out, they're trying to talk him into wearing the dress. He made a pretty good point, you know?
Yeah.
He goes, I don't need to wear a dress to be funny. If those guys need to wear a dress to be funny, then so be it, but I'm not doing that.
And then they also go, but so-and-so wore it, so-and-so wore it, so-and-so. And he goes, well, doesn't that make it kind of hack at this point?
Yeah, that's right, he did say
that show was so good, man.
Right.
They really, if anybody...
He trashed Milton Berle, though, with the dress thing. I'm like, come on. All right, Milty wore the dress, but he was funny for other things as well. He wasn't a hack.
And it was in the 50s, and he didn't have the freedom Comedy Central gave Dave. When Milton Berle wore a dress. What was that, 1954?
Yeah, we got to stick up for Whitey, man.
Absolutely.
He looked good in the dress.
Milton and his big cock.
That's right. Dick homo Milton Berle.
All right. Bill, this is your last chance before people are convinced that you blew up Dave Chappelle's whole thing.
Listen, I told you right now, I got a lawyer, and I'm not allowed to talk about this stuff at this point. And
I couldn't even.
I'm just saying, in the end, the truth's going to come out.
I couldn't even come up with a second name. I couldn't.
Yeah, right. Who else?
And I knew some of the players in that show, just being around a while, and like Bill Burr.
Jackass.
Good luck, bro. Good luck.
All right, take it easy.
Bye, sweetie.
Bill.
Bye, Jimmy.
See you, buddy.
Yo, this is Donnell Rollins, and you listen to the absolutely worst. This shit sucks of Opie and Anthony. Their careers is over, bitch.